What's up everybody, it is I, Hero Vange, and welcome to another Pokemon Go PvP Fusion Cup video. Today we're gonna talk about Hydro Cannon Empoleon, right? See, what happened was, I was enjoying my hiatus, right? My holiday hiatus. I was on break, I wasn't uploading, I wasn't really playing Pokemon Go that much. I really wasn't, and actually haven't had a haircut in a while, and that's why my hair is looking more and more like a bird's nest every day. All of a sudden, my friend sends me this text, right? He's like, hey, you should pre-register. He sends me the link to the tournament, like the usual like monthly tournament, because he is the tournament organizer, right? So he sends it to me and he says it's on the day of Community Day, right? It's after Community Day, and I'm like, dang, I am not prepared for this, right? So I said, you know what? Let me check out Hydro Cannon Empoleon. Is there gonna be a meta shift? Probably not, right? Probably not. And after running a couple of sims, sadly, I find out that it is actually pretty good. That sucks for me because, you know, meta shift on the day of my community, on the day of my tournament, sucks because I won't be able to practice as much with Empoleon. But knowing the simulations is, I guess, a little bit better, but it's not as good as practicing. You gotta get that actual battle experience. But let me break it down for you. Let me tell you why I think Empoleon is gonna be the best anti-steel water type Pokemon in the Fusion Cup. So let's compare Hydro Cannon Empoleon to Whiscash and Poliwrath, right? Because they're currently like the kings or the queens of water type in Fusion Cup. English very hard. Before we start the video, I just want to give a big shout out to my friend Pogo King, who actually did an analysis on Empoleon. It's right there, right? Hydro Cannon Empoleon analysis in the Fusion Cup, and I think that his approach is totally different from mine, right? And I think that you stand to gain the most if you watch both of our videos, because he has like a different way of looking at it. So it's like gaining the perspective of two very nerdy people, right? Very nerdy Pokemon addicted people. And so yeah, you get the best of both worlds, right? The best of both perspectives, okay? Alright, so let's start it off with the grass type matchups, and we're gonna focus on Empoleon, right? So we're gonna focus on Empoleon versus the grass types and then compare it to Whiscash Poliwrath. If you want to know how the Whiscash Poliwrath matchups go, then watch my meta simplified guide right there. Alright, there's 3 episodes. I think Whiscash Poliwrath is like it's episode 3, I'm pretty sure. Very important matchup is Shiftry versus Empoleon, right? It's a CMP tie, but since Shiftry has the much higher attack compared to Empoleon, it is gonna get this Leaf Blade out much faster, and so you lose that clearly, right? And Shiftry is gonna come out with 53 HP. Okay, so it looks like a CMP tie, but again, remember, CMP tiebreaker by attack. Shiftry wins that. Okay, Poliwrath is the only one that really has any chance against the grass types. But the thing is, if you look at the matchup really closely, right, Shiftry only needs one Snarl to get off another Leaf Blade to kill Poliwrath, right? So if it's a swap in, you're not gonna be able to pull it off. Now moving on to the fire types, this is where Whiscash and Empoleon pull ahead. And actually, I think that this is where Empoleon really shines. Against Marowak, you can actually just farm down and you're gonna get to almost 2 Hydro Cannons, right? So you have this one Hydro Cannon right here, and then you have another one almost charged up, right? So you can actually like hold on to those and then like double fire, double Hydro Cannon after, right? Or swap out, swap in something and then use that to devastate something later. That's actually big, right? Very, very big. Just get the shields out and then against Charizard, it is much clearer compared to Whiscash. So basically same thing, you waterfall down and then you kind of like save this Hydro Cannon for like the next Pokemon. You don't get as much energy as you do with Alolan Marowak, but compared to Whiscash, right, for it to get a kill on Charizard, it has to go Blizzard, right? Or you have to get Mud Bomb, Shield Bait, and then Blizzard for the kill, right? So that's much more efficient. So against the fire types, obviously Empoleon is the much more efficient killer and is the clear winner here. Moving on to same type coverage, obviously Poliwrath is the king here, right? Poliwrath can straight dynamic punch Whiscash, can straight dynamic punch Empoleon, but Whiscash versus Empoleon is actually IV based, not a bulk point. Alright, so this is with default stats. You're gonna see that Whiscash wins, alright, with a big amount of HP, right? But if we maximize, if you get like a good amount of bulk on your Empoleon, you're gonna see that it actually wins, alright? And it seems like it's a CMP. It looks like it's a CMP type, but if you really look at it, right, Hydro Cannon right here is already charged up. Okay, so like one fast attack before Whiscash charges up this Mud Bomb. But if you actually make it a CMP tie, you're still gonna win because you have more attack. Okay, more attack compared to Whiscash. So get yourself a good IV Empoleon, right? Like, you know, definitely like top of the line, because this match is important, because after you watch this video, you're gonna feel that Empoleon has much better coverage compared to Whiscash. And if you look at like just the typing, just the pure like Mud Bomb does super effective damage on Empoleon type of thing, right? You're gonna think that you know, Whiscash is a side grade because it kills Empoleon, which is, you know, something that you might want to look into, because I think that Empoleon is gonna be popular, right? But as you know now, it's not that clear cut, right? A fantastic IV Empoleon can kill Whiscash. It is pretty close, very very close. If Whiscash gets to extra mud shots, it can get to the Mud Bomb before Empoleon gets to it. So if it's a swap in, it's not really gonna work out that way, right? But yeah, you know, get yourself a fantastic IV Empoleon because this match is important. Last thing about same type coverage, Swampert. Alright guys, so some people might be thinking, you know what? Swampert can kill Whiscash and can probably kill Empoleon. So, you know, maybe Swampert's the way to go, right? Can you, it can kill Empoleon, but can you double Earthquake? The answer is no. So you have to risk it for the biscuit. Can you double Hydro Cannon for the win? The answer is no, you cannot, right? It's actually, you know, if you get one more fast attack, same thing with Whiscash, right? The thing is, I think that Swampert is a side grade to Whiscash because it kills Whiscash, right? But now that you have Empoleon, which kills Whiscash, plus kills a bunch of other things that Swampert cannot kill, which we're gonna talk about right after this. Like the juicy stuff is coming after this, alright? If you were thinking of Swampert because it kills Whiscash, now you have Empoleon, right? It's pretty close though, okay? So I guess, I don't know, but you're gonna see that the coverage of Empoleon with Hydro Cannon is kind of crazy compared to Whiscash, compared to Swampert in the Fusion Cup. Alright, let's start off with the juicy stuff, alright? Flying types. Noctowl has risen in usage, right? The past couple of days, the past couple like weeks, I guess, because people have realized that it's a much safer Pokemon compared to Altaria. I haven't seen Altaria on most people's teams, right? I've actually seen more Golbat compared to like Altaria, and that's you know, but Empoleon has the Noctowl matchup, and that is a clear advantage that it has over Whiscash, over Poliwrath. Now the thing about the Altaria matchup is you have to land the Flash Cannon for the win, right? Because the Dragon Breaths like actually hurt. If you're not able to land the Flash Cannon, you lose. Okay, so you cannot straight Flash Cannon, you cannot straight Hydro Cannon, you're gonna lose. And yeah, that makes it a little bit iffy, I guess. You gotta risk it for the biscuit, but if Altaria swaps in on you, you can probably pull off a, double Flash Cannon, right? So Flash Cannon and then Flash Cannon, I guess if you get like 1 or 2 extra waterfalls. Does this mean that Altaria is gonna come back? Maybe. The thing is with Noctowl, right, its advantage over Altaria is actually these matches right here, right? Like that's the big thing about it. It can kill Whiscash, it can kill Poliwrath, both very popular choices. But with Empoleon, it can't. So what's that gonna mean for the future? But Empoleon still pulls ahead clearly against the other two. It's 1 win, 1 loss. For the other two, for Empoleon, it's 1 maybe and 1 win, right? So it doesn't really have like a clear 100% loss against the flying type. So yeah, Empoleon takes the advantage. Now against the fairies, Empoleon steel type really shines here, right? It's got them, okay, locked down. Now the thing is, with the fairies, if you watch my Meta Simplified Guide episode number 2, I think, yes, I know my episodes. There's side grades to the steel types because they can kill Whiscash, Poliwrath, right? Juicy. So again, Empoleon here breaking the mold, meta shifting things, and this sucks because my friggin' weighted cup is on community day. And finally, against the steel types, it doesn't differ that much from Whiscash. Okay, you just run the simulations, it throws the things, it blocks 1 time, it's got it. All right, now the question is, so now that you have a deeper understanding of these matches, you now understand why I say Empoleon is a lot like Whiscash except better, right? Let's run through the matches really quick. Against the grass types, it loses like Whiscash, right? Against the fire types, it has a cleaner time, right? It doesn't have to go double blizzard against Charizard. It can just waterfall down and then get a lot of energy and throw on the next Pokemon or like swap out, right? It can definitely like get that shield back for sure, okay? And then against the water types, it loses against Poliwrath, but against Whiscash, which I thought would be the saving grace for Whiscash, right? It can actually pull off the win with fantastic IVs, right? So that kind of sucks. Against the flying types, it clearly has the advantage, kills Noctowl. Clearly, with Altaria, you can pull it off. It's not that bad. If it's a swap in, you can flash cannon, right? Against the fairy types, clear dominance. The steel type really shining there. Against the steel type, they're about the same, right? So what does Whiscash have over Empoleon now? That's the question. So yeah, Empoleon looking pretty great. Poliwrath still a side grade. Whiscash looking a little bit stinky. My hair looking like a bird's nest, okay? But that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Pray for me on my weighted cup because again, there's gonna be a meta shift and I didn't do well last month, so I gotta get to practicing. I've been practicing, but maybe like 2 or 3 matches a day. That's really like low compared to like my usual. Usually I battle multiple people. Okay, so yeah, but I'm gonna get back on the grind and yeah. Remember to leave a like, comment down below. Welcome back, Vange. Should I get a haircut? What do you think? Or do you like the nappy wild hair bird's nest look? Okay, something might just land on my head or something and lay eggs. I'm a little bit scared. Check out the merch. All right, subscribe if you haven't yet, ding that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.